A kingdom at peace. 2 months had passed since the end of the war, and the realm once shadowed by chaos now basked in the light of peace. Thanks to the wisdom of King Francis and the unwavering guidance of Lady Marlene, the kingdom stood stronger than ever. Once hostile realms had laid down arms and extended open hands, forging new bonds through trade and diplomacy. Elric's brilliant invention, the flying ship, soared through the skies, bridging distant lands and making trade swift and prosperous. Enemies had become allies, and the future looked bright. The knighting of Vincentius. Within the grand royal hall, the banners of the realm fluttered gently. The throne room was filled with nobles, knights, and courtiers. King Francis stood proudly, sword in hand. Before him knelt a young man in armor, proud and tall, Vincentius, no longer a squire, but now a full-fledged knight. "With honor and duty, I name thee Sir Vincentius," the king declared, tapping the sword on his shoulders. The room erupted in applause. Lady Marlene, standing near the throne, wept softly with pride. Her son had become the very example of nobility she had long hoped for. Nearby, Princess Cara pressed a hand to her heart, her eyes glistening with emotion for her beloved betrothed. "Hya!" A sudden high-pitched cheer broke the air. Princess Kayla and Farina, both screaming like starstruck fans, clutched each other dramatically. Behind them, other young girls sighed and giggled, clearly caught under the spell of the dashing new knight. Amidst the laughter, one quiet voice whispered from the crowd. Matthias, standing in his modest training gear, smiled proudly. "My big brother is now officially a knight, but I won't lose to you. I will train harder. I will become stronger. The best Templar. Just watch me, big brother." Peace in the garden. That evening, the royal garden was bathed in golden sunlight. Lady Marlene walked alone among blooming roses, her hands clasped gently as she inhaled the sweet fragrance of peace. Behind her, soft footsteps approached. She did not turn. "It is really peaceful, isn't it, Your Majesty?" she said softly. King Francis stopped beside her, silent for a long moment. "It is all thanks to you, Marlene," he said at last. "Without your guidance, this kingdom might have fallen. I was blind to trust Jovan. He was once my most trusted general, my right hand." Marlene shook her head gently. "I only wanted to fix the damage my husband left behind. I couldn't bear to see my sons shaped by his shadow. I tried my best for our children. For this realm." Francis reached out and rested a hand on her shoulder. "As long as we work together," he said calmly, "the realm will remain strong." They stood there in silence, side by side, as the sky faded into twilight. Under the old tree, at the estate, beneath a tall oak tree, Carly sat alone in the fading light. Her fingers gently held the pendant around her neck, Dash, her mother's necklace. From across the courtyard, Matthias emerged, sweat still on his brow from training. "Carly," he called softly. "Oh, it is you, Matthias," she said, looking up. "How was training, my knight in shining armor?" He sat beside her with a bashful smile. "It was fine. Sir Prince said I was improving." "I am proud of you," Carly said, her voice warm. "The future Templar," she giggled. Matthias looked at her curiously. "You are always holding that necklace. Do you still miss your auntie?" "I do," she nodded. "But not just her, my mother too. I never knew her. She died when I was a baby. This necklace is my only link to both of them. When I hold it, I remember who I am." "I'm sorry," Matthias said quietly. Carly shook her head gently. "It is okay." With renewed determination, Matthias said, "Don't worry, Carly. I will keep training hard. I will protect you always. I promise." "You are such a sweet boy, Matthias," she said, smiling. She reached out and gently patted his head, and the two sat quietly under the tree, the breeze whispering around them. The Saracen ship. The next morning, the still sky was pierced by the hum of air and sail. High above the castle, a flying vessel descended gracefully. Its banners bore the crescent and gold of the Saracens. From the walls, scouts called out, "My lord!" A flying ship approaches bearing Saracen colors. Templars shouted from the ramparts, "Saracens? Brothers, prepare yourselves, but do not strike yet. As the guards scrambled, a calm voice rang out. Lady Marlene stepped forward, her presence commanding. Peace! Do not attack. They are our friends. The flying ship touched down gently outside the castle walls. Its frame was elegant and refined, clearly an evolution of Elric's design. The ramp lowered, and a robed figure descended with noble grace. Greetings, Lady Marlene, came the familiar voice. It has been too long. Marlene smiled warmly. Lord Rafik, how have you been? I am well, he replied with a nod. I come to visit your realm and to discuss the future. I wish to become a formal trading partner. From behind him, a young nobleman disembarked, scroll in hand and scimitar at his side. He bowed low. My lady, he said with a courteous smile, I am Tariq, son of Rafik. It is a pleasure to meet you. Lady Marlene returned the gesture, her smile kind. Welcome to our realm, young lord. And thus, a new chapter of alliance and adventure began.